Hello. Uh, so here, me and my team members, we're here to demonstrate the security tools. And this is the presentation, and our group comprises of Pavani Sanjula, who's here with us, Imesh Pereira, and myself, Rahab Imran. And Pavani has done research on Expos, Imesh on Wireshark, and myself on Metasploit. And we will first start with Sanjula, and
Okay,
she will present her part.
thank you. So now I'm going to talk about NextPass. This is a powerful vulnerability management tool from Rapid7 that helps to keep our IT system safe. NextPass is all about finding and fixing security vulnerabilities. Here why it is important. It identifies weaknesses in our systems and also it prioritizes risk, and so we know what to fix first. Another thing is it helps us to meet compliance standards and it gives clear remediation guidance to tackle issues. So some of the key features are, moving on to the next slide. Some of the key features of NextPass include automated scans and detailed reports, which are great for analyze organization. So now let's see how it actually use NextPass. You have to install it in your network, then set up your scan settings. Next, run the scan to find vulnerabilities. After scanning, you can review the results. And finally, you can fix the vulnerabilities with the guidance. Moving on to next slide. Now let's see strength and weaknesses of the NextPass. NextPass, it's user friendly and it automates a lot of heavy lifting and it integrates well with other tools, but it's not perfect at all. It can be costly for smaller companies and sometimes it might flag false positives, and large scans can use up a lot of resources. So NextPass is a powerful ally in our cybersecurity efforts that help us stay ahead of threats. Thank you, and I will pass it over to Rahab.
Thanks, Pavani. That was really good. So I myself was working on Metasploit, and we'll begin with the importance of Metasploit in the industry there. So to start with, it is a very important vulnerability testing tool and penetration testing tool, especially. And this is the library that Metasploit has. It has payloads and exploits for developing, testing, and executing exploits, which can be used for determining weaknesses and vulnerabilities in our system. The second and another important thing is it is backed by a big community, a lot of users, and it's commercially backed by Rapid7 as well, which means that it is regularly updated. Also, it allows automation on tasks, which means that you don't have to manually do everything every time yourself. You can just maybe use its inbuilt features and it can just automatically do the penetration testing itself. Depends on the scenario. And also it can easily integrate with other tools such as Nmap, which means that you can just use it for Nmap, you use it for network scanning, and then you can actually use Metasploit to search for the vulnerabilities in the respective network itself. So we'll begin with the strengths and weaknesses. Some strengths I've already mentioned. For example, extensive module library. So it's not just a few features that it offers, it's actually a big library and multiple options that it offers that you can use. Its flexibility and customizability means that it is, so the built-in feature that it already has, you can just edit the already existing payloads according to your certain conditions or the system or software that you're about to target. That is its user-friendly interface, which is offered on Metasploit Pro, and the CLI is available to everyone, which is the normal one, Metasploit framework. And then again, the large community, which we've discussed already. Then the weaknesses could be that because of its large library and a big arsenal, it can be a bit tricky for beginners because they don't exactly know what to do. So need a bit of a training at first. And because Metasploit is a powerful tool, it can be used for malicious reasons as well. So people can use it without someone's permission and use it for bad means, like hacking and stuff. And it can be resource extensive, which means that it can require a lot of resources from the organization itself to actually use Metasploit in their business ventures. And then we come to this, like me personally, why would I recommend Metasploit? Which for me, it is because of its comprehensibility, that it has a lot of features that we can use once we actually get to know about Metasploit. And once we've actually familiarized ourselves with the software, we can actually use it for a lot of purposes. And then its regular updates because of its big community and commercial backing. And then it facilitates multiple security measures. And now I'll go towards this demonstration on the virtual machine. Here I'll demonstrate it on the machines. So here we got our calling machine. I'm going to start the Metasploit here. Type in the password. Take a while. So yeah, so you can see it has started here. So first, in this assumption that I already know the IP address for the server, which is open here. So I'll just start with the vulnerability testing. So I'll search, and I'm doing it for VS FTPD, which is, you could say it's a patch for the particular IP that we're going for. So here it shows us the exploits that we can use. And then we'll go for use exploit Unix. It's mentioned here. FTP. And as you can see, we loaded our exploit, and then show options. You can see which IPs we can target. And as you can see, we don't really have any IP here for our hosts. So we're going to add an IP. So set our hosts, and it's going to be 192.168.0.2, which we're targeting. And now it has been set. So our target machine, it has been set, and this is our exploit. So now we gotta select the payload, and the payload is actually the code that we want to run so that we can actually test the vulnerability. And in this case, we're trying to gain access to the system. So here in this Metasploit that we're running, as you can see on the screen, we're trying to gain access to this machine. And so we're gonna set payload, and the payload is an already existing feature of Metasploit, CMD Unix and interact. And payload has been loaded, and now we can actually so when we write exploit at the end, it's actually that we're commencing with exploitation, and now we've actually gained access to the system. We can actually see it on the CLI, but we can use who am I. This is the command to check which system are we really on at the moment. So it's gonna tell us the name of the system at the back. It might take a while, and it says RoHub, which is the name of our system here. So this is how we use Metasploit, and this is only one feature that I've demonstrated here. And there's more features, but we don't have much time. And that's it for my demonstration, and I'll go. So unfortunately, our third member, Imesh, couldn't make it due to unforeseen circumstances. And he did send us his slides and his work, which can be seen on the screen at the moment. And so he was doing Wireshark, and he has made the slides on the importance of Wireshark, why it's used in the industry, its performance, what is actually used for example, capturing the network packets and assessing it and classifying it according to the protocol that they're using, and then actually working on it, and then their strengths and weaknesses. So he has done his bit and he has shared it with the team members, but he couldn't make it for the demonstration himself. And that's it for our group and for our demonstration as well. And thanks for your time. Goodbye.
Thank you.